Hey there, welcome in. My name's Josh, and today I want to talk about boundaries. I want to talk about not burning out. I want to talk about how you can be happier, longer, and get more stuff done because you won't be as stressed and as sad as often. And what I mean by that is that I feel like that we live in a culture, at least in America and the West, where everybody wants to monetize their hobbies. And you have streaming, and you have YouTube, and you have all these different things that are fun, that you enjoy, that you would like to be able to get paid for. And art is no different. So it's like, if you love art, you want to be able to make a living doing art. But then there's this line between like work art and fun art. And by that I mean, like, if you work at a studio, or if you have contracting jobs, or if you have commissions, that's like work art. Like, that's what's you're earning money for. That's what's paying your bills if you're fortunate enough to be able to do enough of that to do art full time, right? And that is still work. Like, yes, you enjoy art and it is art, and it's like, I feel like that there's the stigma that like you're not allowed to complain if you're doing art for a living because it's such a luxury. And it's like, well, yes, it is, but like, don't be so misguided that you somehow think that it's awesome and fun all the time 24/7. Like, even it's still work, and it's still tiring, and you still get over it, and it's still not the most fun all the time. And people know this. That's why they have like personal pieces and stuff that you like, and then you have work pieces. And a common piece of advice that you see on Twitter or other people in the industry saying is that, make time to do personal pieces for you to avoid a burnout. And I think that's great. And I just kind of wanted to echo that, because it's like, look, if you're always making stuff for somebody else, you're inevitably going to lose the passion and the drive for it, because it's not your baby and it's not your dream. So make sure that you're doing the fun stuff that you want to do later. And I know that might sound annoying, because it's like you do commission work, or you do contract work, you do stuff all day, and like probably like if you're like me, like the last thing you want to do is draw. But it might be beneficial to just sit down and doodle, or just do the fun stuff that you want to do, or just make some fan art for yourself. And I think that that's okay. So do stuff for you and be okay with that. And when I say for you, I mean like literally for you. I don't mean for you so that you can post it on Twitter and expand your reach and get more commissions and get more likes on your art station. I mean like literally just for you. Like, make it and then don't post it. Make it for the joy of making it, because as soon as you start incorporating, oh, I'm going to post this to social media, or oh, I'm going to make a YouTube video about this, or oh, I'm going to like put it out there, like that line between work and play starts to get blurred, and you have to be really intentional with what you consider work and what you consider play and relaxing. Because if you're not careful, you're going to end up working all the time. And like, again, you're at a fine line, because people are like, oh, that's awesome, I want to do that. I'm like, yeah, but it's still work. Like, you have to be able to categorize for yourself what rest means. Like, what is restful? What does that look like? For me, I like streaming. I really, really, really enjoy streaming. So much so that like, if I'm playing a video game, it's like, should I be streaming this? I mean, I might as well, right? Like, what's the point? Why would I play a video game and not stream it if I have a Twitch channel? Like, it couldn't hurt. And I feel like the people could view that way with their art too. Like, I'm just doodling. I might as well polish this. I might as well post it on social media. I might as well, turn it into a series. And like, all of a sudden it starts becoming this bigger thing because you might as well. And it's like, you do that enough times and you're gonna get exhausted. So it's okay to do things for yourself, and it's okay to take time to relax and not put every single thing on the internet. It's okay for me to play a game and not stream it. It's okay for me to have art and doodles that I never post. I know I made a video about why you should post your art, and like, that's a different topic. Like, yes, you should post your stuff, but like, you need to be able to incorporate rest and define what rest is, because if you don't define for yourself what rest is and what rest looks like, you'll probably never end up doing it, and you'll wonder why you're so tired and grumpy and irritable and all the things that happen when you're overworked. And this applies to things outside of art too. It's just like a life skill in general, like figuring out what rest is and what that looks like, and then doing it. And I'm not talking like scrolling Twitter in your bed before you fall asleep. I'm talking like being unplugged. And I love... Look, I'm not a big advocate of like, you need to be unplugged, because like, clearly I love technology, alright? It's the best thing ever. But when you always have that part of your brain on of looking for another notification or waiting for something else, and you have like your FOMO is in high gear, it's like, it's okay to be unavailable and to be unreachable. Oh, what if there's an emergency? It's like, get out of here with that. Like, if there's an emergency, people will find a way to reach you. But it's like, are you capable of being alone with your thoughts? Like, that might be scary for some of you. Like, nope, that's why I stay busy, thank you very much. I do not want to be alone with my thoughts. I'm like, all right, okay, fine, fair enough. But like, so all that to say, figure out what rest means to you, and then be sure to do that, because I feel like that we're trying to trick ourselves into being happy all the time by monetizing our hobbies. Because I feel like if we monetize our hobbies, then therefore we'll be happier because we'll be doing what we love. And again, like, that's not entirely wrong. Like, doing art for a living would be way more enjoyable for a lot of artists out there, and it's a huge dream that a lot of artists have. Like, I'm not knocking that. It's awesome. I'm sure that's a great sensation and feeling and privilege to have. Like, that's amazing. But it's not like it's Candyland. There will always be things that you don't want to do that are hard, that'll stress you out. So it's like, in your pursuit of trying to be more happy, don't try to monetize your hobbies. Figure out how to get rest, because if you get enough rest, you'll be able to do things that you don't want to do, and there'll always be things you don't want to do, whether that's doing a job right now that you don't want while you're waiting to be a full-time artist, or even the things you have to do while you're a full-time artist. So the life skill of knowing how to rest and what rest looks like to you personally in your own life is something you'll need to do, because monetizing your hobbies isn't going to make you happy if you're never resting. Monetizing your hobbies would be great. Doing the things you love would be great. We all want to do that. That's amazing. Strive for that. But knowing how to rest is much more important, because you'll still have to do that even after you've monetized all your hobbies. So learn how to rest and do it, and take time for you, and you'll avoid burnout. Stop working so hard thinking you'll be happy if you get X amount of things done, because you won't. You'll just be tired. Now, you'll be satisfied, you'll feel good about yourself, and you'll feel proud, but do that enough times and you get burnout. So find out what rest looks like to you, and then do it. Draw that line between work art and play art, or work video games and play video games, and be okay with taking time for you and not posting everything to Twitch or YouTube or social media or things like that. So that's it for this Thoughtful Thursday. Thanks so much for listening. I hope it helped you in some small way. I have a Twitch. I stream over there. I love it. It's a blast. Come check me out. I also have a Discord. I'd love for you to join. And I have a Twitter as well. And then what's the other thing I plug? Oh, a Patreon. I also have a Patreon for tutorials and art and all the things that I learn I put over there so that you can learn faster. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see all of you guys next time.